All right. Show me the content. I know who it's going to be, but just go ahead. Show me the content. I swear to God, if it's I Dream of Xbox failing, I'm going to lose it.
Because the idea of Xbox as it currently exists is definitely doomed. I think after these games are done, Xbox is just going to collapse.
I really can't believe people watch his content.
But with PlayStation, you buy the ones you want, you skip the ones you don't. Whereas with Xbox Game Pass, the assumed assumption is like, okay, you gotta keep paying so you can eventually get access to that good catalog of games.
I guess we're doing this.
Suck me in smoke, breathe me in and let me go. Filling the lungs inside you.
I'm not really surprised that Dreamcast decided to do a video on the price hike of the Game Pass ecosystem. I mean, come on, the dude's got a hate boner for Xbox in general. And if you don't believe me, I mean, just look at his record. And I'm not going to lie, fam, there was actually one video in that lineup right there that just caught my eye. And I just sat there for a second like, really? This is the video that you're going to post to the internet? And if you're wondering what that video is, it's called Xbox Screwed Up Because of Game Pass. So like we always do, fam, before we dive right into this content, please make sure to go grab yourself a nice little drink and a nice little snack, and let's just go ahead and dive right into this content.
What's up, gamers? Dreamcastguy here, and today we're going to talk about Xbox.
Oh, my favorite!
Because the idea of Xbox as it currently exists is definitely doomed.
Come on, that's a bunch of horse shit.
Wasn't this the same argument? Everybody saying it was over, everything's doom and gloom, when every game was going $70, every console was increasing in price. You know, that same argument that's been used over and over again, Dreamcast. And I'm going to be frankly honest here too. I'm still saving a lot of money with Game Pass. I am dodging bullets left and right to games that I would never ever want to fucking spend money on. I'm talking about like games like Redfall over there. Can you guys just imagine if Game Pass didn't exist and they launched Redfall for people to spend $60 to $70 on? Yeah, thank God for Game Pass. Trust me, Game Pass is still saving me money, and with the future titles coming in, I'm pretty sure having Game Pass Ultimate on your side is probably going to save you some money. And honestly, if you're smart like me and the many others in the comment section, you know exactly where to go to get cheap codes for Game Pass Ultimate and not spend that ridiculous amount of $20. So honestly, I reap the benefits in this situation.
The idea of cheap games, the idea of getting stuff in a cheap subscription model, I mean, that's all about to completely collapse.
I mean, yeah, but if you're not brain dead like Dreamcast over here and irresponsible as hell with your money, you know, like I said, you know where to go to get those cheap codes and save yourself a whole bunch of money. But then again, we're not part of the hive mind that's called the fanboys. Am I right, fam?
I think after these games are done, Xbox is just going to collapse.
The foolishness of that comment is so deep, I can only ascribe it to higher education. You have to have gone to college to say something that stupid.
Dreamcast, I don't know what you're smoking, bro, but you really think Microsoft and Xbox don't have more upcoming games? You really think that these games that they're going to release between this year and next year, that's it? That's all they're going to release to the public? That's just like saying PlayStation is going to go out of business because they didn't release any exclusives this year. That is just the idiocy that came out of your mouth is absolutely paralyzing my brain.
Explain to you throughout this video why I believe that Xbox Game Pass is actually leading to the death of Xbox as a brand and why it's coming so extremely soon.
What the definition of insanity is. Insanity is doing the exact same fucking thing over and over again, expecting shit to change. That is crazy.
I've heard this come out of his mouth so many times, along with the PlayStation fanboys. Let me just spill some knowledge on top of y'all real quickly. If it wasn't for Game Pass, nobody would give a fuck about Xbox anymore. Sure, you would have some access to some Halo games. That's about it. But nothing else. Nobody would give a fuck anymore due to how Microsoft has, well, treated their IPs in the Xbox platform. Because let's be honest here for a second, how many games have been absolute stinkers on the Xbox platform? Redfall. Imagine if you spent $70 on Redfall and then Microsoft or Xbox in the situation just rejected your refund request. Yeah, would you guys be very happy? Would you guys stick with the Xbox platform after that one? I sure as fuck wouldn't.
Well, this is funny for two reasons. First off, yeah, this sucks as well. I talked about it. I've made multiple videos about the PlayStation Plus price increase because, A, PlayStation Plus was already too expensive.
And yet, we still get better quality with Xbox Game Pass in this situation versus Sony's fucking PlayStation subscription. And on top of that, I want to point one thing to my audience real quickly. Look at how he treats fucking Sony over here, saying this sucks. And then he literally writes in his thumbnail for the Xbox price hike, literally says it's doom and gloom. If there's not a fucking bias that you could smell about a mile away, then I don't know what I can do for you.
Sony has always said that PlayStation Plus Premium or any tier of PlayStation Plus is in fact optional. You know, you're still going to have to buy your games. They're not, saying day and date. They're not giving you any sort of discount. The idea has always been that you buy the games you want to buy on PlayStation, which is why they actually make money.
Dreamcast. Subscribing to Game Pass is optional in this situation, okay? You don't need Ultimate or the other tiers at all. You could just buy your game outright and enjoy the game from there. Now you'll be locked out from multiplayer, granted. But the sad part is, that's the only place, that ecosystem where you're locked in to play that specific game. Also, I want to throw this in too. Imagine thinking PlayStation Plus is better than Game Pass Ultimate in this situation because you get access to day one exclusives, you get discounts on the games that you want to go purchase. Yeah, no, just please keep capping for Sony, okay? Dreamcast, it is so apparently obvious that you fucking will take the Glock 9000 down your freaking throat for them. I don't understand how you think it's the better deal in this situation. I refuse to understand that this is the timeline we live in. Also, if supposedly Game Pass wasn't very profitable, don't you think they would have gotten rid of it by now, just like they did the Kinect? Yeah, how about we think before we open our mouth, Dreamcast?
For Microsoft, they essentially imply that this is mandatory. Do you want these games? Play day one with Game Pass. When what they actually mean now is get a Game Pass Ultimate or you don't get anything.
Or, here's a smart idea, tell Microsoft to go, I don't know, go fly a fucking kite, wait for the game reviews to come out. If you think that the game is more suited to what your needs are and what you like, go ahead and buy the game on PC. It's not really that hard. You don't have to subscribe to Game Pass or buy an Xbox console anymore. You are not limited to the ecosystem that is the console system anymore. Unlike Sony over there, I could just go to my PC and just throw my console out the window and don't give a fuck anymore.
I think very soon they're going to start to make it so that you're supposed to think about you buying Xbox games because they definitely need your cash.
So which is it, Dreamcast? Do they want you to buy the game or do they want you to subscribe to their service? Here's a spoiler alert, they want you to do both. Not just one, both.
I think Game Pass Ultimate is going to go up to $30 pretty soon after this.
And if that's going to be the point that they're going to be pushing that with a subscription, oh boy, I'm going to be selling the 7 Cs because honestly, it's not going to be worth it. It's not going to be worth it to even bother with subscription anymore because they're just gouging you with money at this point.
You guys, y'all are hardcore gamers. You're sitting here watching a video of me talking about video game price points. We're probably the most hardcore of hardcore demographics.
It'd be funny if it weren't so pathetic. No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.
This price increase, I think, is going to make more people want to switch to either PC gaming, Nintendo Switch gaming, or PlayStation gaming.
Or just straight up outright just quit gaming at this point, because let's be honest, it's starting to get a little overpriced just trying to game these days. And let's be honest, you want more bang for your buck, switch to PC. Or, just for shits and giggles, go back to your old retro games. At least you'll get a lot more joy out of there, and you at least know what games are, well, terrible and what's really great, okay? Trust me, this generation, you guys aren't really missing that much with exclusives these days. I'm just gonna tell you as it is.
Like, even if you have been enjoying the Xbox ecosystem, like, they keep increasing the costs for the features you already have. You do not own your Xbox games. You're renting them. You're paying a subscription fee to have access to them.
No shit, Sherlock.
So is with PlayStation. You don't own your games anymore. All you have now technically these days is a license to play the game. They can revoke it at any time they feel like it. They could ban you at any time that they feel like. They could just take the games from your library. Haven't they already done that by now? I think they've already taken the games out of your libraries. Yeah. Isn't fucking all digital future just absolutely dreamy, guys? Isn't that cool? Yeah, no, I'm not really excited for the future of gaming.
But at any point, you can just lose it if you don't keep paying for the games you want to continue to play.
It's the same with PlayStation 2. I don't understand why we're just gonna... Oh, wait, that's right. He likes to deep throat the PlayStation brand down his throat.
But with PlayStation, you buy the ones you want, you skip the ones you don't. Whereas with Xbox Game Pass, the assumed assumption is like, okay, you gotta keep paying so you can eventually get access to that good catalog of games.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. It bothers me. It bothers me a lot. I ain't just kidding!
You know what the best thing is about Game Pass, and it makes you fuckers lose your absolute mind in this situation? It's the pure fact that with Game Pass Ultimate, I can try any game I want that's on there. First day, fucking exclusive, whatever the situation, I could try the game out, and if I don't like it, I can uninstall it. Meaning, I've saved myself $60 to $70 and not having to go in through the refund process again with Microsoft. Unlike you fuckers over here, if you don't like the game, now you have to go through Sony support just to get your refund, and maybe, just maybe, you'll actually get that refund back for absolutely free. So tell me, what's better in this situation? Paying it for subscription that you could try like a whole bunch of shitload of games out, and if you don't like them, you could cancel your subscription perfectly fine? Or buying a game on fucking Sony's platform and finding out that you don't like it, and now you have to possibly sit there for another hour or two telling them that you didn't like the game at all and now you want to get your refund. Trust me, I'm picking the first one. I'm not dealing with Sony support.
Xbox Game Pass has completely tanked that people buy first-party things or basically third-party things. Everybody says, I'll wait to buy it on Game Pass.
That's kind of funny, though, because if memory serves me right, I remember Diablo 4 was on top of the charts for absolute months, okay? Months. And I don't remember a single soul even saying, oh, I'm going to wait for this to come to Game Pass, even though a year later it does come to Game Pass, mind you. And right behind it, too, and not too far behind, was Street Fighter 6. Top of the charts, 4 months. I guess Xbox players don't buy their games. Am I right, guys? I guess they don't.
Is thousands of dollars of profit, of spending, of investment into future games. Like, that's how these studios think of it. Okay, we put a game on PlayStation, they bought it, they pre-ordered it, they got DLC, they kept playing it, they kept engaging with it. Whereas with Game Pass, if anything, I think it's proving to people, hey, don't even worry about it. You don't have to actually buy these games because they'll come to Game Pass, or you don't even have to worry about owning it.
Hey, Dreamcast, bit of a spoiler, buddy. I'll bet you $5 that you have to install all those copies right there along with an update. I'll bet you anything. Because you want to know why? Because those discs right there don't mean shit. They only have a license right there so you can download it from the fucking store. Yeah, spoiler alert, those discs don't mean shit. And mind you, you've spent thousands of PlayStation games, thousands, okay? Mind you, within the 10 years, I've probably spent about $1,000 on Game Pass Ultimate, and I've gained access to almost like probably hundreds of thousands of games. And thanks to that Game Pass too, I found a lot of games that I really, really did enjoy playing. And let's be honest, ever since I got Game Pass Ultimate, I don't feel like I wasted my money at all. But I'm pretty sure there's some buyer's remorse going up in your veins right now.
I heard a quote that I really, really like. People get mad when you're right too soon. I have been speaking out against a lot of these acquisitions. I got tons and tons and tons of videos on this channel talking about the fact that I just don't think a lot of these acquisitions are good. And I think it's the fact that Microsoft has bought so much.
Xbox bad for doing it, PlayStation good for doing it. Go get some new material, you fucking clown. I'm so sick and tired of you clowns saying the same repetitive stuff over and over again. Y'all need to go get a new ringmaster, because apparently the show that you guys are putting on is so last year. Please, for the love of God, get a new act.
Microsoft owns a huge chunk of all the studios in existence. It's weird to think about it, but like, Microsoft has bought so much.
They've only bought up two big companies, Bethesda ZeniMax and Activision Blizzard. I do not understand how they make the majority of the marketplace. They haven't bought up Ubisoft, they haven't bought up Sega, they haven't bought up Capcom. There are so many other companies that you motherfuckers are still fucking coping over the fact that you guys think Microsoft is monopolizing the whole industry. Motherfuckers, you don't understand the word monopolization. Pick up a dictionary.
I decided to go to the Xbox subreddit last night, and there were a lot of people saying, okay, this sucks, but I'm optimistic this means that more games are coming. And I must admit, I find this funny, that you're getting robbed and you're saying, okay, I hope that money goes to a good space.
Says the motherfucker that's playing for PlayStation Plus right now. You want to bag on those people for paying for quality that they actually get more out of their money versus like you've been paying for the same slop for the past 7 years, fucking Dreamcast? Go fuck yourself, dude. Honestly, you really think you have a banger for your buck fucking paying into Sony's fucking ecosystem? Oh boy. Oh boy. What have you guys shown for this year with your exclusives? Dog shit? Yeah, not really surprised. And hey, why don't you go buy another copy of Stellar Blade? I heard y'all really lacking on that. Hey, why don't you go buy another copy of that new Final Fantasy VII that you guys like to bolster up so fucking much? You guys are the absolute fucking worst on the gaming industry. And honestly, I wouldn't be so against the idea of gatekeeping you guys, because honestly, you really need it, because y'all fucking suck. Y'all don't game. Y'all love playing fucking Twitter. But anyway, fam, that's all the content I got you guys for today, and hopefully you guys did enjoy it. I put a little more effort into my videos this time around because God knows my last, maybe 4 or 5 videos didn't have much editing done to it. But you know what? I decided to put a little some stank into this, but put a little more effort to it. But like I always say, fam, if you enjoy my type of content, please leave a like and comment in the comment section. I always like talking to you guys. And hey, if you really do, enjoy this type of content, you want to let YouTube know, like, hey, this man really did some freaking awesome shit in this video and I want more of his content, subscribe to the channel. It puts, it pushes my videos out into the algorithm, lets YouTube know, like, hey, you know what, this dude is really putting some effort in, let's boost him. But anyway, besides all that solid stuff, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later, fam.